6 strangers, different high schools, different towns, different states, traveling in Ecuador.
When we first met in Miami, it was kind of weird because we didn't know each other at all.
I was so nervous, and I was just standing there like waiting because I didn't know who to look for. I hadn't seen any pictures or anything.
We had never seen each other before, so we were just walking around looking for people we don't know.
I was pretty nervous about what the other people were going to be like because I didn't know if they were going to be like holier than thou.
We're here to experience a different culture.
There's a dog and a cat waiting for scraps. True farm girl there.
Try our best to be available.
We visit the local projects of Compassion International, the child development people.
See the kids in the compassion places and they have fairly nice clothes on, and then you see this kid that wasn't in the compassion projects, and I just realized that there are still people that need to get helped, and it's just kind of shocking.
We're trying to answer an important question. Can people like us do something that really matters?
I wanted to know firsthand what it felt like to see poverty and to see hurt.
Today, my biggest surprise was the river, and there was all of this garbage in the river floating on top. And then you saw these men in boats just going by like it was no big deal.
The greatest surprise that I had was how openly the kids received us.
I guess my terms of poor, what I can grasp as poor, is what I see in America. And I guess that's nothing compared to what is here.
I see I have a whole lot more than what I thought I had.
Trisha meets the child she sponsors, 4-year-old Paula.
At first, I was kind of scared because she saw me and started crying.
But a bond quickly forms. Jamie came to meet Hector, the child he's been sponsoring for 2 years.
So when I get down here and I see him, I realize that he loved me a lot, and I obviously loved him right off the start.
While we were visiting this project, we left to go on a home visit. It wasn't nice in any comparison to American houses. This little girl and that little boy sleeping.
They had only 2 rooms. 2 of them slept in one bed.
If you compare it to American homes, it's awful. My room put together would probably be their house.
The rest of it didn't even have a roof on it.
We don't have half the things we have. Just like when we were in the bedroom and stuff, and she was showing us around. Like I expected to see a bunch of toys laying around and clothes maybe. I just saw like an empty room.
I'm a millionaire compared to these people.
Makes me feel guilty because I have so much stuff.
I come here and I see how simple everything is, and I feel like I need to live here in order to keep my relationship with God simple.
Red and like turquoise. Oh, this is so cool.
Today I sponsored a little 5-year-old child named Nellie. I don't have a job or anything, but my parents do give me money for clothes, so I thought I could just use that. This is Nellie.
I finally sponsored a child, and it feels real good.
Meet Carlito.
I see a little kid. I just fall in love with it at that second. And I take off my New York hat that I love and cherish so much.
My favorite hat in the whole wide world.
I've worn this my whole trip. I've even slept in it one night. That just touched me. I'm like, that's something that I love. Now you're loving it.
One of Compassion's partners is the Salvation Army.
My backpack.
Back home, Lindsay's mom worked with the Salvation Army for years.
¿Cómo te llamas? Adriana?
Lindsay thought it would be cool to sponsor a child from the Salvation Army project in Ecuador.
Oh my gosh, I'm crying. I just saw her, and I don't know. It's like I knew she was the one, you know? Like, I knew.
It's becoming obvious that sponsoring a child makes a big difference to the children and their families. The kids get to stay in school to discover their gifts and talents. They get to wear decent clothes and get medical care when they're sick. They get to see the goodness of God and learn the things that can end the cycle of poverty in their families.
Thank you.
I've been really assured while I've been down here that my sponsorship's doing good because his mother was explaining why he's there, and she said it was because someone out there loved my child enough. That just really made me feel like making a difference.
This girl was reading the Bible to me, and she was going off, and I mean, it was so encouraging.
Sponsorship makes a big difference to the sponsor, too.
My high point for the week was definitely meeting Paula. It was hard for me. It was sad to see her go, but it was still probably the most special point for me. She didn't want to go either. It seemed that God had touched her heart as much as He touched mine, and that was nice to see.
I kind of don't want to go home right now. I know when I get home, I'm going to have my CDs to listen to. I'm going to have all that stuff that ties me down.
Just yesterday, I started looking at me and looking how I need to change and what needs to be different in my life because of what I've seen here. And just looking at myself and not being worried about how I look, that helps totally because like not looking at my friends of what they have and what I really want.
Cable TV is a luxury. You know, the best shoes that you can possibly get is a luxury. I can be content now with wearing a shirt and some blue jeans every day to school. And if they talk about me, who cares?
All of that stuff just subtracts from my relationship with God.
When I was down here, I tried to show as much love as possible for my child, just because he doesn't really have a father. My parents were divorced when I was about 12 years old, and I know that's like really painful. And so I just really wanted to show him that I love him, because hopefully we can build a relationship through letters and he can write them back. I just want to really be there for that child.
It's also special for me because it's kind of like a little sister for me. I don't have brothers and sisters, so I think as much as the money's helping her, her love is helping me to just feel connected to someone like that.
So next month, $28 gets sent to Ecuador.
And I can do that because I'm going to be frugal like these people are here.
I sponsored a child because I wanted to. I wasn't forced to.
It wasn't until quite recently that I thought, you know, there's a kid out there that isn't being sponsored and I can take care of that and someone else might not.
You know, just like some of those commercials can tell you, you need to sponsor a child because you feel convicted. No, I sponsored a child because I wanted to.
We may be young, but if we have the right partners, people like us can do something that really matters.